adventurers, Hotelement Chick here. The coronavirus has really put a damper on my bucket list for travel plans this year, like it has for all of us. But one of my goals I put down was to take an in-depth tour of ghost towns, and what is more isolating than a ghost town? So I'm on the road and ready to explore. My first stop is in Benton County in Oregon, a little town called Kings Valley. It was established in 1846 by settler Nam King. It's registered as a current ghost town, but it has more than 50 people, so I don't think that actually qualifies it as a ghost town. But the only evidence that anything exists here is this church, a local store, and a cemetery. So we're definitely going to go check out that cemetery. Kings Valley Cemetery is located down a quaint country road behind a gate that you have to move to get in it. And as I'd hoped, I was the only living person here. The cemetery is on a property originally owned by settler Charles Allen in 1847. The oldest documented grave is from 1850, being a 6-day-old infant named Cynthia Norton. An infant mortality rate was very high in the pioneer days, so it's common to find many infant graves. Some were never even given a name. This cemetery is divided into 3 different sections. You have the old original Pioneer Cemetery. Then in the 1920s, the International Order of Oddfellows created a new section. And then there is also the new cemetery, which was started in 1959. There was a fire at the Lodge Hall back in 1932, and it destroyed most of the town's records of who is buried over in the Pioneer section. So that whole section is full of unidentified graves. My fun project is to take down the names from a few headstones that look interesting to me and see what I could find out about that person. Since we're all still under the shelter-in-place orders, I'm limited to what I can just find on the internet, whereas I would love to do this kind of research in the local libraries, the museum, or even a visitor center. Since I'm here at Kings Valley Cemetery, I decided to locate the King family. Nahum and his wife Sarepta are actually buried in unmarked graves on their private property, but they have a great memorial right here, along with 16 of their children. They traveled to the Oregon Territory from Missouri in the late 1840s on a covered wagon and even crossed the Columbia River on a raft. They originally came out this direction with 24 of their family members, but 4 of them didn't make it. When they found this lush green valley of Oregon, they decided to settle down and call it Kings Valley. Now, even though they're buried on their own grave, many of their 16 children are buried here, along with their spouses and descendants. The cemetery is so quiet and peaceful and full of wildflowers. I can definitely see why someone would choose to live out their lives in this area and make it their final resting place. It's not very spoopy at all. While I was in town, I did stop at the store, and the clerk there gave me a tip about a nearby area called Hoskins. So I'm on my way there to check that out, and I will update you in the next video. I hope you're enjoying some of these weird wanderings, and if you are, go ahead and click like and subscribe and all that fun stuff, or even support me via Patreon to get involved in any future videos. Thanks so much, adventurers, and I will talk to you soon.